Oh my gosh, I'm a witch for Halloween. Who's surprised?
Hi, 40th episode, girl.
Oh my gosh, we're 40.
Yo, oh my God. We both have sashes.
Yes, we did. Now before you get all, everyone calm down in the chat. We did call each other last night and coordinate this. This was not some unexpected thing.
But maybe it was. Maybe we're that in touch with each other. Girl, you look absolutely fierce in your 40th tiara.
Thank you. I've got a nice sensible shirt collar with a brooch.
With a brooch.
Yeah. I have a brand to keep up, girl, and if I don't, marketing will shut this whole operation down.
Marketing is ruthless.
Yeah.
Marketing is that teddy bear. Stoic and ruthless. Whenever I wear a sash, which I will be totally honest,
whenever I wear a sash,
it's not often enough. I always feel like the suffragette in the Mary Poppins Disney movie.
Cast off the shackles of yesterday, hand in hand into the fray. Our daughters will adore us, and they'll sing in grateful chorus. Well done, Mrs. Banks. Well done.
Oh my God. You are amazing. That's the song is in my head, but I didn't know the words.
That's when the nanny quits because she can't take it anymore.
Yes.
Just random whimsy in the household.
I love that she's just this feminist who's just like, we're going to go fight for women. And all the nannies are like, stay home, you witch. It's great.
Burn her.
It was my only context for a sash.
Oh, a suffragette.
So I love it, girl. Happy 40th. My goodness.
Thank you.
Look at how far we've come.
Oh. Should all the acquaintance know. The dish, you know what? The dish doesn't look a day over 30.
I will tell you that. And neither do we. I'll drink to that.
Cheers.
Cheers to living in the unofficial home of plastic surgery, Miami, Florida. Anyways.
Oh, hell yeah.
Good to be here. So, girl, we are celebrating our 40th. We are also celebrating our 40th with you, our listeners, watchers, readers, viewers.
Thanks for being with us.
We'll have some giveaways throughout, but we really wanted to talk about, certainly what our favorite dish episode has been, but also all of the things we used to be able to do that now we can since we're the ripe old age of 40.
Yeah. So, it's a 2-hour covered dish spectacular.
What is our dish tonight? What are you drinking? That's our dish tonight.
Yeah, our dish tonight is rosé.
Excellent. And tell me how you made it.
Oh, painstakingly walked one step at a time to the refrigerator door, and the most difficult.
Oh.
Yeah, and those
doors. You
could
have chipped a nail. You could have chipped a nail in that fridge, girl.
Absolutely. I could have thrown my back out, and those refrigerator doors get heavier every year.
This is a difficulty 3. This is especially if you have a
because you have to
manual wine opener.
A manual wine opener, and you have to choose which wine you want, so we could be here all night.
Oh my God, it's so many decisions. Well, excellent, excellent, excellent. Girl, think of all the things we did when we were younger, when we lived together that we can't get away with now.
Oh, yes,
chasing college students all over campus after you passed the bar exam. Me last week.
Mm-hmm.
Having sex in graveyards. You last week. It's been fun.
Hot rollers and pin curls. Oh, wait, I can still do that. I was going to say,
you can.
Maybe I can, and you should.
And you should.
I was going to say, actually, maybe I could probably carry that off better. I mean, do you remember a 24-year-old walking around in a roller set and a, puffy corset house coat?
The first time you did my hair in pin curls, I totally went to law school. And right after I'd taken them out.
Yeah.
But it was so tight. And everyone at school was just like, who is this? What is happening? Anyways, it was a real treat.
Well, burlesque was very in 2000, what was that, 2011?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Burlesque was very in. And interestingly, before the Christina Aguilera movie. I feel
was that before the movie?
Yeah, the movie wasn't until 2015, 2016.
Well, we really appreciate you all watching. So we have some giveaways tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to give away some oopsie koopsie mugs. So get ready to comment. We'd love to hear from you. Girl, I was thinking back, and it is really difficult for me to choose a favorite. it is hard for me to choose a favorite episode. You know what I mean?
I do.
I will say I really liked our Kink at Pride episode. That was one of my favorites because I think it was just a really honest conversation about the challenges in the community.
Yeah.
And where we kind of are at, you know? And I actually rewatched that and a couple of our other ones. And I was like, man, we could just spend hours on this. It's just such a complicated issue, kind of like I was having this conversation this week about the LGBTQ community, and like I pretty much like had an argument with a gay guy because he's like, I don't want to say Q, I say LGBT. And I was like, man, it's been a while since I've had this conversation, and I'm gonna keep having it. It was fascinating.
Yeah, it is. Well, first of all, that was one of my favorites too because it was one of our 2 in-person Dish episodes, which is very special when we get a chance to do that. I love it. The veneer is pulled away and all you get is pure uncut Dish.
Yeah.
That conversation is all too familiar. The one about the acronym. Like, there's just not enough space in the acronym, and I'm just like, it's an abstract concept, Johnny. We can keep adding more letters.
Oh my God, remember that terrible comedian I opened for one time? And she was just like, there are just so many letters in this acronym. And then like I opened with my joke about how like I've been almost every letter in the acronym and I love the acronym. Like I like literally roast people who say that. And I was like, oh man, you know, she's like, why don't we just, it's alphabet soup. I was like, oh no. Anyways, it's the fun of comedians in general and the joy. So what's your favorite episode, girl? Do you have a favorite?
Oh,
what about when Shrimp Lean came on?
Oh, I did love the animals episode. That was so much fun just because it was such a gear shift. You know what I mean? We don't normally cover the real topical issues, which I think, frankly, we should do better about that. So
I'm bad at this.
We talked about, you know, I had to put a little safety pin on mine, a sensible little safety pin to hold it together.
Oh, that's so smart. You're so smart. I'm gonna try to wear mine like a shawl.
Crafty pants. So, I think that this is great. I think that it's hard because they get better and better. I think our formula gets a little more polished as we continue on. I mean, look at us, Brooke. We're so polished and poised. I just don't know how we haven't broken 1 million views yet, you know? I think this is really it. This is what America's been asking for. But no, I'd say one of my favorite episodes is probably one of the first ones, which was the Jell-O salad part 3 when I had to eat that disgusting molded egg salad.
Oh, I forgot about that. If you all can handle watching someone eat egg Jell-O salad, go back to some of the early episodes where we made Jell-O molds. Yeah. We're like, no, we're going to have a concept for a show where we make different Jell-O molds every week from the 50s.
Fully. And it was it was a Hindenburg moment for sure. But here's why I loved it, because High Camp is about trying really hard and just failing magnificently. And not failing like the episode was bad, but just like do you remember I had like 2-inch bright blue coffin nails that I was like tapping on this pedestal cake tray. And it was just like the dish was beautiful and I was really feeling the look. And then that moment that I took a bite of the egg salad, I just knew this is all worth it because of how horrible this egg salad is. You know what I mean? Like camp and the union of extremes to form something really crazy and absurd and entertaining. That's the kind of work I want to be doing, Brooke.
It was fantastic. It was the Lord's work. Definitely scroll back. Definitely comment on your favorites. We want to hear from you. Anybody who's watching, go ahead and comment if you are. Well, first, I guess let's start with if you've seen at least 5 dishes.
I have seen a dish.
At least 5 dishes.
Oh, girl, this wig. This is nuts.
What is?
The wig.
Why?
What's she doing? She's frizzing out.
Please comment on this ridiculous wig. I am on the fence about it. You look like Daenerys if she was a substitute teacher. And that's the princess from Game of Thrones. That's the energy tonight. Princess of Dragon, princess, substitute teacher.
Right. I mean, COVID was hard on everybody. So she did what she had to do.
Give us a stand and let's just see the full outfit. I feel like I didn't really get to do that. And the fan matches the bow, I think.
The fan does sort of match the bow. It's the Virgin Mary on the fan.
Oh my gosh, I want that.
Girl, I got this driving through Atlanta. I was in Atlanta this weekend, and I just happened to see out of the corner of my eye this store called Psycho Sisters, and I was like, stop the car. And I went in, and it was just beautiful, campy mayhem all over the store, and it was run by burlesque performers. So if you're ever in Atlanta, please check out Psycho Sisters. They are amazing. So this dress comes with a belt. Just right off the bat, I think we can all agree that
see it.
That's a necessary accessory. I'm gonna just go ahead and kick that off. So, Wednesday Addams realness. What more needs to be said?
Girl, that wig, I just cannot.
It's far too much. It's just far, far too much. Oh, I
do like it. It's good. You could use a thick belt in the middle because I feel like you lose your figure.
It is a shift dress, so there's no fit and flare. Usually, if you have a seam around the waist, then the skirt flares out a little bit more, and so it would look like that, right? Like a little bit more cinched for the gods. And with a shift dress, it's just one continuous piece of fabric, so it is a little bit more flowy.
I like it. It looks great, girl.
Thanks.
You look fabulous.
Oh, thank you. I'm ready to cast some spells and hex some straights and talk to some demons.
All Eileen sits down. Feel free to comment. We'd love to hear from you how many episodes you've watched, how long you've been viewing. Even if you're not watching live, put it in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. We're going to pick some winners later this week from the comments to win an Oopsie Koopsie mug.
Oh, they're so functional. Oh my goodness. They're good for holding beverages. They're good for holding writing utensils.
They're good for holding a Visa gift card my godfather gave me in 1997 that I always forget I have.
Oh my gosh. Is that the one to Victoria's Secret?
Ooh, no. That was for my mom. Everybody knows that story. My mom is notorious at getting my partners ridiculously, gendered gifts. It's so ridiculous. So I was with my partner, who was very, very masculine presenting at the time. And my mom got us both Victoria's Secret gift cards for Christmas. And it was very thoughtful. And again, it came from a very thoughtful place. But then my partner sold me the gift card and wouldn't just let me have it. And I was like, you will benefit from this if you just give this to me. But yeah, I had to buy it off of him.
Well, it was a respectable
Midwest queer. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. And you know what? It was a respectable try. It was an attempt.
It's all the Puritans up there. Everyone up there. Do you know how many people I've met up there that were like, I have descendants on the Mayflower? I'm like, don't brag about that, homie. That's not a thing to brag about. Multiple people.
That's like, oh my God, did you know we have conquistadors in our family? It's like, I don't know about that, Cheryl. I just don't know about that.
When I got old enough and I knew my family was from Spain, that was the first thing I did. I was like, when I put all my shit together about my internalized white supremacy, I was like, let's just make sure I'm not related to Cortez. Let's just double check. Let's check some boxes. I'm good on Columbus. I know I'm not related to him, but let me just... I'm good.
We just traipse on over here to Ancestry.com.
When I was in the 3rd grade, we had to do our family trees. And mine said, my family's from Spain and Italy. And there was a kid in my class named Jose, and he was from Puerto Rico. And the rest of the year, he called me a conquistador and called me Cortez.
Wow.
Because he didn't realize my family's from Spain. And I was like, good for you, Jose. Way to call me out early. Appreciate you. I didn't get it.
Right. I was like, oh, cool.
Oh, yeah. No, a 3rd grade bully also called me a dyke. And I was like, so are you? He was a boy, and I didn't know.
Aw. Yeah. Looking back.
I know, looking back, that bully was kind of a savant, right? I think he probably called everyone a dyke, so I don't really necessarily want to give him all the credit, but you know what I mean? Were your bullies ever just dead on? They just nailed it?
Well, all my bullies called me gay, so hey.
No. They always called you gay, and one of them was like, I think you're a girl. You know what I mean? Try to take it to the next level and have you be later, oh. You know what I mean? Yeah. That would be the example.
One time this friend was trying to bring me down, or she was trying to say something that hurt my feelings, and she said that I had a very feminine stomach, and then in my head I was like, oh wait, actually that's fantastic news. Very odd specific thing from gym class. It's like the thing, I think, because you like trade in securities like they're Pokemon cards. Like you just take turns trying to tear each other down. And her attempt was actually like, wow. Oh, and I was like, oh, shut up. And I was like, let's file that away. That's a good one.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is so funny. Also, I just want to point out, like, I'm like, why would she say that? Why would that friend say that in the locker room?
I don't know.
I was like,
I think she was insecure about herself and she's just projecting onto me, you know? Like.
Right. It was like so weird.
Yeah. Pretty standard schoolyard activity.
So, girl, name 3 things you can't do now that you used to be able to do in your 20s as we look back on our roaring 20s, 30s, and 10s of episodes.
Oh my God. Okay. So, number 1 is cane sauce.
For our readers who don't know what Cane's is, how dare you?
Yeah. How very dare and get your life together. So, when I do a show and it's about 2:30 in the morning, you've just packed your bags, put them in the car, and you're really up because you have this like post-show excitement energy. You're like, I'm gonna get some food before I go home.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's always Raising Cane's, and they see me come and they know me by name, girl. They're like, oh, Eileen's back. What do you need?
Eileen had a show.
Yeah, not really, by the way. In case you're wondering if that was a joke or not, it was. I do not get recognized at the Raising Cane's.
Goals, though.
Goals, yes.
Oh, Penny's trying to steal my sash. No, that's not your sash, big girl. You have a different sash.
Yeah. What's her other sash?
She has a princess sash for her birthday.
Oh, princess sash. You know what? Every young lady needs a sash. So I go through the Cane's drive-thru, and my order is a 3-finger combo with extra cane sauce and no drink. And let me tell you, that cane sauce fucks me up. So we're talking about, you know, it's all heartburn. It's from here, it's just a straight heartburn slip and slide to the grave.
I am really proud of myself for not making a joke about 3-finger combo while Penny tries to knock over my fucking ring light. Girl, that is legit. I will say after show food is a thing I can't do anymore. And now I like drive every time I have a show, which by the way, I have a show Saturday the 30th in Miami at Villain Theater. So if you're around, come through. It's our Halloween show. It's going to be super fun.
Hell yeah.
Like, that's a great example. Like, oh my God, I can't go out after.
Yeah.
I'll die.
Yeah.
I'll die. I won't be able to make it. And I have an hour drive home from Miami. So I'm like, I pack road snacks, but they're like healthy. I pack like grapes.
Oh.
I know. It's so sad. It's so sad.
Oh, girl.
Sad.
Sad. Yeah, I want to, like, you know, eat all this food that I used to be able to eat and drink a lot, and it's like, now I just gotta have tea. But you know, it is a very good trade-off, though, because if you're good to your body, then you could do more the next day, and that's the second thing that I can't do, which is stay up until 2:30 a.m. anymore. So if I have a show in the week, I can do this, like, once, maybe twice, but that's pushing it a week.
Yeah.
And be functional the next day.
Oh my God. Girl, no, moving down here, starting in a new scene, like, and I know I'm like, there's people probably watching from the new scene, but I'm sorry, the show is at what time on Tuesday?
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm like, oh no, because I don't know anyone yet. I don't have like the clout. Not that I would ever do that in Columbus, but like if I went to a mic at 10 p.m. on a Tuesday, I'd probably know the guy writing the list, and I'd be like, can you put me early? And I wouldn't do it so many times that it's annoying. But down here, I don't know anybody. And if it's 30 dudes on an open mic on a Tuesday night starting at 10,
yeah,
get out.
Refill. I can't do it. And I want to, but my body at some point just starts physically shutting down. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, that computer voice from the Star Trek Enterprise? It's like I'm hearing that, and she's going, the system has encountered an error and must shut down. Yes. That's what's happening. And then the terror is like, don't let anyone know you're tired, because it's not professional. You know what I mean? You got to keep up the schmooze.
I went out to the symphony on Saturday night in Miami, and before I left, I got a coffee, and then I like had it on my way down, had drinks, went to the symphony. It was amazing. It was so good. And then I drove all the way home, fine, get into bed, can't sleep, 2 hours. Because I had coffee like 8 hours before. And I was like, I am ancient. This is fun.
Yeah.
I know we're not ancient. We're joking about it.
We're not ancient, but kids, listen. It's coming.
Kids, listen, do it while you still can. Flirt with strangers, have sex in graveyards, live your life.
Live your life.
Do we have any comments on the Facebook chat?
No, not yet.
Nothing yet?
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, keep commenting if you want. We'd love to hear from you how many episodes you watched or what your favorite episode is. We'll pull a random name from a comment to give away an oopsie koopsie mug, which is our favorite phrase from the January 6th riots.
Yeah, remember when we had an insurrection? I was going to say, these mugs aren't going to give themselves away, baby.
We'd love to see it. Okay, top three things
Daddy's treating you this year, baby. I got you a mug.
Yo. Okay, three things I used to be able to do when I was younger. I will say I'm going to make it more positive because I think there are some positives.
You know, and I love you for that.
I give way less fucks than I did when I was younger. Now I still give fucks because I'm a Scorpio and I need everyone to like me.
Well,
and I'm a comedian.
As a functioning human, you have to give at least some fucks, right?
You know, there was like, it's actually really interesting trying to make new friends in your 30s in a new city because like I realize I'm like, oh, I'm not proving myself to you.
Well, you don't fucking have to, you know?
Right. And maybe I should probably do more of that, but it's way less fucks. I will say that. And I do feel like, honestly, one of the things I've gotten better at and better with age, like a fine wine, is staying in touch with my family. And I think it's just because, like, especially in the last few years with the pandemic and the loss I felt, like, I just feel like very grateful and I try to like stay in touch more. So I do like weekend phone calls to my family. And for those of you who know my family, you know, we don't always agree on a lot of things, but I really think I am like, okay, you know, I do want to stay in touch. You know what I mean? And like, even if it's just like, hey, how are you? I think it can be really helpful.
Yeah, that's
not all my family, just, you know what I mean? Like we just, you know, there's certain things that, you know, you just kind of have to find the humanity in everybody.
Yeah, well, you know, let's add that one to the list. Things that I can't do anymore, ignoring my family.
Yeah.
Because now I feel like, you know, I'm an adult. I figured it out. I don't have the excuse of like being a student or, you know, trying to figure all this stuff out. I mean, sometimes life is crazy and then, yeah, right? Like everyone understands that you have those times, but I've been pretty bad about keeping up with my family over the last 10 years, so I need to do a better job at that. Also, I'd like to just take a brief pause and call out a member of our audience whom I know is watching but has not commented because he sent me a snap. Would you care to guess who it is, Brooke? Who are we shaming this evening? Joseph Wanger.
Shame him.
Get in the chat, Joseph. Listen.
Get in the chat.
Do you know how many excuses you have to not get one of these mugs?
Oh my God.
None.
I would love that.
Yeah.
He's so sexy. He could drink his coffee and do like things.
Joseph, I'll give you one mug for every time you comment in the chat. Just kidding. We don't have that many mugs, so
we don't have that many mugs.
If you call my bluff, we might run out of mugs.
Please comment, even if you watch this later, because we know we have a lot of people who have commitments right now that watch it later. So we of course we will do an Instagram draw later in the week, which is why we want to hear from you. Okay,
text us and I'll tootle on over and give you a little mug.
It is, yes. By the way, it is an in-person drop-off, so South Florida and Ohio entries only.
Yeah.
But I'll draw something down. What happened? I broke. Okay, third thing. What is it? What was my dumb thing? What is it? Third thing I do now.
Yeah.
Third thing I do now that I didn't do in my 20s.
Yeah.
Finish books just so I could say I finished them. Do you know how many books now in my 30s I read halfway through and I'm like, this is stupid. If I was in my 20s, I'd give it another chance. And now I'm like, no. I saved so much
time. Fuck you, Madame Bovary. No.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Now, sometimes the books turn around, but oh my God. So my partner is like, every partner I've had, our fights revolve, around one thing besides this, but that's personal. The other thing is my nightstand.
Oh, Joseph says bluff called. Well, keep them coming.
Joseph gets a mug.
Keep them coming.
Oh my God! Yes,
we at least we have more than one mug. Okay.
It's true. I tried to click on it to like it on YouTube, and I could either report him or block him. Which I don't know. So my nightstand is covered: books, cups, snacks,
snacks,
like pajamas. And I have like stacks of books books I was going to read and they like haunt my dreams. And I finally just had to move them. I was like in my 20s, I'd leave them there and be like, I'm going to get to them. And now I'm like, I'm not. So I'm just going to let this go. Can't quite figure this out. Can you sing the suffragette song again?
You want me to sing the suffragette song
Well,
again?
I want you to close us with it. I think I've decided.
Oh, okay. Well, Joseph says he wants to hear more about Brooke's nightstand, but I feel like what more is there to say, Joseph?
All the things in the drawers. The drawers are off limits.
Yeah.
The drawers are off limits.
The drawers are a matter between her and the Lord.
I fight with my partners about two things, nightstands and Dave Chappelle. And I'm going to leave it there because we're not going to get into that right now, but we will get into that. We can get into that next week for my birthday
girl.
as a gift to me. So, anyways.
I was going to say that one of the other things that I do now is it's very exciting. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I fold my underwear. I didn't used to fold my underwear, Brooke.
What?
Yeah, I just kind of roll it up and shove it in the drawer.
And now you fold it?
Yeah, now I Marie Kondo that shit.
Wow.
I'm like, you know how she's like, thank you for keeping me warm? Like, I talk to my clothes now. I'm very grateful. Okay, let's take it out even farther. Let's get crazy. I'm very grateful now. Like, when I wake up and I don't have back pain, girl, that's a banner day. That's a banner day.
I did it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever folded my underwear.
Well, what do you do? Do you roll? What's the situation? America needs to know.
I mean, it's thongs. So, like, what do you do?
It's just all thongs. You just tie them in a little knot. You just
daisy
chain them together.
I'm weird. I like when I was a spinning instructor.
Yeah.
Thongs. Like I wear thongs.
That's a lot of friction.
That's it. That's all I wear. So I'm like, how would you even fold them?
You know, also I'm imagining during spin class, there's so much friction that they just pop, like they're just like springs, like pew, pew. You know what I mean? They're just flying off of you.
Girl, a lot of ass. Here's why. I started wearing them because I hate underwear lines.
Yeah, I do too.
And I have a big old butt.
Mm.
I've always had a big old butt and I've never known how to wear it. And no one's taught me how to dress my butt. Like I've had to teach myself how to dress my butt because it doesn't run in my family on my mom's side. So my dad's side is big old butts. But like, I just didn't know how to dress for it or anything. So tight clothes, like I hated the underwear lines. I just thought they were really like, I just hated my butt so much. So I never wore it. And then I just got used to it. And then I was like, okay, here we are.
Well,
even when I was like in 16 or 17 and I had underwear, I'd give myself a wedgie so I wouldn't have to have lines.
Oh my gosh. Oh girl. Well, you know what? That sounds like our retirement job is we'll open up a butt-friendly underwear store together and we'll call it Bob. Big old butts.
Big old butts? Oh my God, Bob! Every Bob's Burgers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like not, proprietarily. Like,
yeah, the logo will be like Bob looking behind him, and it's just like him, like with a big old butt hanging out.
With his butt.
Yeah.
Yes, I love this. We get H. John Benjamin at the opening.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Every time someone walks in the door, it'll just be his voice going, hi.
And he could say like something really depressing, like what was oh my God, my dad hated going into Blockbuster in the 90s with us because they would walk in and they'd go, welcome to Blockbuster. They like had to as part of their job. And he's like, don't even say it if you don't mean it. I was like, Dad, be nice to that kid. He's like 18. Right. Anyways, welcome to Blockbuster.
Yeah, like he doesn't really want to be here. Just cut him a break.
All right, girl, as we wrap up, I want to say thank you for 40 fabulous episodes. You have been a beacon of light in a dark world, much like Daenerys, Mother of Dragons.
Well,
and your substitute art teacher, Eileen Galvin.
Would you like me to sing you out?
I would like you to sing me out.
All right, here we go.
Okay,
cast off the shackles of yesterday, hand in hand into the fray. Our daughters will adore us, and we'll sing in grateful chorus. Well done, Mrs. Banks. Well done, Mrs. Banks. Well done, Mrs. Banks. What is it, Katie Nana?
I commend you all. Please, I demand you go watch Disney's Mary Poppins.
I might do it right now. So on that note, we'll see you next Tuesday at 7 for the next covered dish. Bye.
Bye.